Hello Flosstube, this is Louise, the Angry Stitcher, back again for a February update. So first of all, I would like to thank all those who subscribed to my channel since last video, because I've noticed an increase in new subscribers. So thank you very much for all the new subscribers, and also thank you for those who continue to follow me on my journey. So I am going to show you what I have worked on in February. Talk about my goals that I had for February, and also talk about goals for March. So I'm quite pleased with myself because I've been able to, as I said, I was in my last video, I don't remember if it was last one before, but I said I was going to try and do Wipgo again this year because the years before I'd always fallen off the wagon. But this time I am managing to keep on track, which I'm quite proud of. So this for February, the goals, the numbers, were 7 and 8, and so on my board they were Cat's Woolen Testaments and Fruits of Plenty. So my goals were to finish the border on Cat's Woolen Testaments and do 500 stitches on Fruits of Plenty. So those were my goals. This month I worked, last month, not this month, because this is March. I am a bit late in filming my Flosstube, but life got in the way and wasn't able to do it, but I thought I'd do it before my son's big birthday on Saturday. He turned 2 on the 6th of March, so we're doing his birthday this Saturday with the family. So I thought I'd slip this in before it got hectic with that and I wouldn't be able to do it. As I was saying, in February I worked on 4 projects. 2 of them were my Wipgo calls, and the 2 others were Princess Silhouettes by Happy Sloth, and a new one I started called La Fenêtre du Temps, but I can't remember who it was. I'll have a look and I'll tell you about that. Right, let me look, see if I can see it here. Do I have it here? Can I find it quickly enough? Oh yes, it was, so it's La Fenêtre du Temps by Crocette à Gogo. So I started that one. Yeah, I started that one on 31st of January 2025. So let's get started with the projects I worked on in February then. So first one I'm going to show you is my first Wipgo goal. No, sorry, I forgot. Before I show you my projects, I would like to show you my book of days that I have been able to keep up to date with, which I'm also quite proud of. So this is what my month of February looks like. So I put in some stickers, Mickey Mouse stickers, and I crossed off the days I didn't stitch. So there are a few days I didn't stitch, but I did quite a lot of stitching, which I find is quite good. So yeah, very easy to use the book of days. Just write down project you worked on, number of stitches, and keeps you up to date on that. Just before I show you my first one, can I tell you, maybe this way, yes. In February I stitched 17 days out of 28, so not too bad. And I'll tell you that after. First I'll show you my project. Sorry, you can tell I'm still not very good at doing this, but still. Okay, so my first project I wanted to show, sorry about the zipping of bags, but there are only 4, so is my Wipgo call number 7, which was Cat's Woolen Testaments. So I said I wanted to finish the border on this one, and I am pleased to say that I managed it. I did not stop stitching on it till I had finished the border. So let me show you. Let me get just my board, so it'll be easier to show you on the board. Oh, here it is. Pop that there. Sorry about the noise if this is going to be a bit noisy with my microphone. Put my clips in to hold it in place. And if I do that, you won't see the border. Okay, I'll clip it down here and up there and up. So there we go. Maybe I'm going to have to move back a bit. Sorry, guys. So yes. So here it is. I'll pop in a picture of where it was last, and also a picture of what it looks like when it's finished, as I always do. So yes, it's a bit big to show in the frame, but yes, I finished the border, and it all matches up. So I was quite pleased with that as well. It all matched up perfectly. So yes, and now I've just got to finish the writing, the few cats, and it will be done. So yeah. So that's Cat's Will and Testament by the StitchinMommy, who has a Flosstube channel as well, so don't hesitate to go over and have a look at her channel. So yes, that's that. My first Wipgo goal completed. Just fold it up. I have only 4, but might as well get them back in their bags. It'll be easier to clean up after. Yep, so that was my first one. So second one was my Wipgo call number 8, which was Fruits of Plenty, and I wanted to do 500 stitches on that one. And I am pleased to say I managed 500 stitches and more. I actually did 2,644 stitches on this one. So yes, I mainly got to stitch that much because I had a week holiday in February. I went to my parents and I was able to stitch quite a lot then, between the time when my son was napping and then in the evenings after everyone went to bed. I just sat and stitched for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that's how I got to get so many stitches in this one. So yes, so let me show you that one without throwing the threads everywhere. I'm stitching this one. So this is Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. I don't know if I said that. And normally it's a monochrome piece, but I'm stitching it with 2 colours. I'm stitching it in these 2 blues. I'm sorry, I have one of them, but I don't have the other, in these 2 blues. The darker one is 37.50, but I can't remember what the lighter one is, but yes, I'm stitching it in these 2 blues. Just put that back in there. Just put it on my board. So yeah, that's where I am on that one. I'll pop in a photo of where I was last. Last time you saw it, I'd finished the January block. And so this time I stitched the February block, but didn't do the whole bit down here, but that's quite a big chunk of stitching. So yes, I'm quite pleased to have managed to do that much on this one. And the blues I think go well together. It's very nice. I've seen quite a lot of people stitch it in different colours and it always looks stunning. Whatever the colours you choose, this is a beautiful piece and it'll be beautiful once it's finished. Yeah, so we'll see when that one comes out next. Yeah, so Fruits of Plenty. Undo that. Don't drop it on the floor because it'll make a hell of a noise. Put those back there. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say on Cat's Will and Testament, to finish the border, I did 1,159 stitches. So there was quite a bit of border left to do. But I managed it. I managed my 2 goals, so I am very, very proud of myself. Whoops, what am I doing? I'm making this a mess. They actually still smell of firewood. When I went to my parents, I stitched by the fire. So my projects have kept that smell, which is quite nice. Each time I come back from my parents' house, my whole suitcase, the clothes in the suitcase, smells of firewood. I just love that smell. My husband doesn't like it that much, but I just love that smell. It reminds me of my childhood, in my childhood home. So yeah, I love that smell. So yeah, that's my 2 goals for Wipgo. And then I worked on Princess Silhouettes by Happy Sloth. On this one I did 533 stitches. I used to take this one to work, since it's all stitched. It's sorry, I can't speak anymore. The outlines are in black, so I used to take it to work with me with my little, careful, that's going to fall, with my little black thread. So that's quite easy when it's just one colour to take to work. So yeah, 533 stitches on this one, and I managed to finish, I don't need the board for this one, I can just try it like this. I managed to finish the outline of the 3 princesses, and I actually started filling in this one evening, but I haven't gone back to it since, so I have to, because I think I have, is it 6 more to do? Is there 9 of them, or I think it's 9. Can't remember if it's 9 or more. 9 or 12. I think it's 9 or 12 princesses, so I've still got quite a way to go. And then I have to fill them in. But yeah. So yes, that's that one. Also, and I got myself these little tags to put on my bag, and I write the name of the project and the design on it, like that. When they're put away, I can find them easier without having to open them and take out the fabric each time in it. So yeah, I got those. And so my last one is the one I was saying, which I started on the 1st of January, is La Fenêtre du Temps by Crocette à Gogo. I'll put a picture in, as all the others, of what it looks like when it's finished. It's 3 different sets of 4 patterns, I believe, and they're monthly patterns, so they go from January to December. And I was looking for another pattern because I did do the hands-on design ones, but I was looking for one that I could make into a calendar that I would have at work, that I could display at work, and I quite like this one. So yeah, and I'm doing January. It's still in the queue snack because I pick it up from time to time and work on it. And on this one in February I did 483 stitches. So yeah, I quite like the designs of these ones. So they have the number of days down here that are in the month, and then in here a few more motifs. What's quite nice about these is it's different, single different motifs. So each time you finish one, it's like you've had a small finish. For example, when I finished a penguin, I was quite happy because I'd finished the penguin. Same with the snowman. So you have little finishes within the pattern, which is quite nice and satisfying. So yeah, got to keep working on this one. I'm not doing trying to work on them by month. I'm just stitching and finishing as I can, and they'll be finished when they'll be finished. If it's not next year, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, so that's that one. So yeah, those were my 4 projects for February. I've had quite a good stitching month, I think. I'm not sure March is going to be as productive, but we'll see. Still got a few days to go, so we'll see how it pans out. So for February, I did a total of 4,819 stitches on my 4 projects. So not too bad. I think I did even better than I did in January. I did less stitches in January. So yeah, so that's my update. This is going to be a short but sweet video. For March, as I said, I have a big birthday coming up for my son, so I have to prepare that. I am making the cake, so that's going to take me some time as well. So yeah, we'll see. For March, the Wipgo numbers that were called were number 9 and number 24, which were for me Winter White Santa by Mirabilia and Forest Calendar. I don't know if you remember, but in my last video, I think it was the last one, I said that I was going to leave Forest Calendar for now, because I was getting a bit, not bored, but I didn't feel like stitching it anymore. I think I'd done till the month of May, so I said I'll pick it up again in June. No, I hadn't finished May. Why am I in June? I think I'm in June with the mouse. I think I'm stitching the month of June, but I wasn't feeling like stitching it. But then it got called on the Wipgo, so what I said I would do is I made a mistake on the mouse, and I said I would pick it out and restitch the mouse. That would be my goal for Wipgo. So yeah, so those are my two goals for March. We'll see if I am able to keep up with Wipgo. I would like to, because I have till now. And March is usually the time where I start to fall off the wagon, so I'm going to try and not do that this year to be able to keep going a bit longer. And if I can till the end of the year, that would be a great achievement for me. So yeah, so that's about it for this update. I'm sorry it's going to be quite a short one, but yeah, with everything going on, life, work, the days are not long enough to be able to stitch on more. But I think that 4,000 stitches in 1 month is quite good already. So so I'll see you again in for my updates for March. And I think that will be beginning of April. I'll try and keep it in the early days of April rather than a bit later like this one. But as I say, we'll see what I'm able to do or not. I'll do my best. So yeah, so take care everyone, and see you again in April. Bye.